What's going on, Emmanuel? This is Daniel from Josh and Danny SEO. So typically I would already have your website pulled up, but I cannot find it. Well, I did find it, but it's coming up as an error. So I'm assuming you had a website in the past, and unfortunately it is not working anymore. Because here's what I know. So I put in your name, Rodriguez Painting, EYA, Austin, Texas, and this pops up. So this is your GMB, Google My Business profile. Very important to be in the top 3 in this one for anyone typing in, painters, Austin, Texas, stuff like that. The only issue is that there's no real information here. You serve in Austin, you close at 8 p.m., but there's no addresses, there's no nothing. Yes, you have photos, but that's it. So there's not a lot to go on with that. Now, as I scroll through here, I was able to find this. This is you guys, but goes to a project. So it's like a page on your website. And as you can see, the site's under construction. I guess that was to a specific picture. So if I just go to here, it's saying the site is under construction through Hughes. So I'm assuming this was a Hughes website and is no longer, you no longer went with Hughes anymore. You're like, well, screw those guys. They take too much of my money anyway. Um, so let's do this. There's no back end information on you as far as how your website did or didn't do. So let's just take a look and see what a website can do for you. So whenever you want someone coming to your website or at least finding your services, they need to type something into Google. Now, the more specific they are in what it is they're looking for, the better it is that we know they're looking to make a decision. So, for example, if I type in painters Austin, Texas, it tells me two things. I'm looking for a painter in Austin, Texas, which means I live here, and I'm looking for the painter to paint my house here, which means you're going to be local. Because if I were just going to put painters near me, not necessarily is that a great keyword to rank for. So let's take a look at what this keyword pops up. So we got Google guaranteed. We got ads, which because this is location and service specific, ads are created through it. And then we have your Google My Business profile, which I showed you over here. Let me just hit the back button a couple times. That is this, the Google My Business profile. Now, like I said, you want to be in the top 3. You're obviously not. We have CertaPro, we got Tex, and then we got Austin Professional Painting. Now, with this, 30 to 40% of all peoples will click on one of these guys. You don't want to have to hit more businesses to find more. But then after that, we have our organic search. Now, anyone with a website can rank here as long as you know what you're doing. So Yelp is number 1. Text Painting is number 2. Now, people would skip over Yelp to go to Text Painting because they're a local, I believe. And they are not only that, but they have more of a local number, and they're a human. It's not a franchise like, CertaPro or Yelp or Wow One Day Painting. These are local painters in their area. So right off the bat, they have a number over here, which is a click to call. Always want it click to call. Schedule now. They have contacts, drop down menus for everything, as well as sub drop down menus for all the other things they do offer, which is exactly what it is you want. They talk about the services, their estimates, paint, residential painting and commercial with clicks to the other pages, which is what you want. As you can see, it's a nice looking website. Obviously, there's a lot they can do. Just kind of letting people know that, they can help. Interior, see our work. Exterior with pictures, and then maybe some videos, schedule a free estimate, what people are saying. So there's a lot on their website. Is there a lot more they can do? Of course. But let's take a look at the back end. I'm going to explain what these numbers mean. So I'm using a tool called RFs or Hrefs, whichever one you want to call it, and it lets me know exactly how Google ranks them. Now, a UR rating right over here is how strong their website is, and they're doing pretty good. Their DR rating is how much Google trusts them. Now, you want these in the 30s and 40s with a ratio of 1 to 1, so they're not doing bad on that either. Now, all of it runs on backlinks. Now, a backlink is where you have your website link somewhere else, where somebody else, and a referring domain is when somebody clicks on it and it returns back to your original website. So if you're scrolling through the internet and you're going through a painter's blog and, they see your website and they click on it, that's a referring domain because it'll lead back to your actual website. Now, they do have 1,720 backlinks with 240 referring domains. Now, they're pretty good if they're getting that rating of 35 and 29. Now, a keyword, like I said, is what people will put into Google to find you. The more specific you get, the better your chances of getting a really great customer are. Because again, if it's location and service specific, it means they're in your area. So let's take a look. I don't care about something like this because it's not location specific. I don't even know if it's service specific. So I don't care what traffic he's getting for it. It's a blog. See? What makes Pennybacker Bridge a must-visit spot in Austin, Texas? So it's not really something you want to care for. This is House Painting Austin. Austin house painting. See how they're just variations of the same thing? That's cool. He's ranking for both of them because many people will put in different things. 700 people a month search for those two types of keywords. He's pulling in almost 100 of those people because he's in position number 3. So positioning is exactly, you want to be in spots number 1, 2, or 3 because you'll get 10 to 20% of all search volume. Now, again, I don't want volume of this guy, Pennybacker Bridge Overlook, because again, 3.8 thousand people search for it, but they might not even live in Austin. So why rank for that? Now they are getting 10%, don't get me wrong. We want this guy, Painters Austin. 500 people a month search for it. They're getting 37 because they're on number 6 spot. Now again, if they were in the number 1 spot, they would be getting about 15 to 20%. So you definitely want to make sure you have the right keywords in place. So how does this really help you out, Emmanuel? Honestly, all you really got to do is we got to build a website first. And painting is very easy to build. It's like an 15 to 17 page website, depending on how comprehensive. It could be less. I've done 12-page websites for painters. So build the website. We have to get really good content in there. So we got to fill it with content that makes sense and that, obviously if it's what you do, then we're going to talk about what it is you're offering. Finally, after that, we got to add those keywords in there. Stuff that that makes sense, that you want to rank for. Maybe you don't want to, rank for Austin. Maybe you want to rank for, Pflugerville or Cedar Park or Round Rock or Georgetown, stuff like that instead of, just Austin. It's probably going to be easier to rank in those areas anyway. And then finally, what we need is we need backlinks to rank your website. We need this. So all we got to do is take these 240 because they're pretty good, honestly speaking, because he has a good ranking. Take the 240 he has, find out the one he's using, and use it for yourself. You do all that, Emmanuel, you are looking at that 4-step process to start ranking organically and getting traffic without having to, well, yes, there's obviously, nothing for something. Something for nothing. There's no such thing. But it will start getting you those jobs organically through your website instead of, Yelp, Hughes, or stuff like that. Anyway, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Other than that, man, you have an amazing day. Bye.